Hey, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Okay, a lot of these figures are gonna sound very familiar. It's because I've done a couple of these in a row, so I have something to do with the day this is being broadcast, so I did two together. But we can still learn. Current blood sugar is 7.5, fully calibrated. I have 0.9 of a unit of active insulin. Again, a correction. But blood sugar over the night and all morning has been relatively straight. And that's because I'm probably not eating or doing anything different. So, pretty good blood sugar. Let's take a look. Current blood sugar is at 89%. We've gone up a bit. 7% time in range. 7% above 10%. 4% below. And 89% time in range comes out to 7.3%. Or blood sugar is 7.3. Which, if we take a look back here, look at that, 7.5. We're pretty close to what our average blood sugar is. So, excellent win. Today, I want to talk to you about don't judge. We'll be right back to continue this worthwhile conversation. This channel is provided for informational purposes only. Contact your physician for any diagnostic or treatment plan. Don't judge. Excuse me. Keeping yourself in control is the one thing you have to worry about. You don't probably like other people telling you how you control your diabetes. So don't be the one when you're in a group of diabetics where you say, well, my doctor has said this, so that's the only way it's done. We're all individuals. We have different diabetes experiences, and there are reasons why we live our life in certain ways. We can be not difficult at times, but we can be stubborn. But it's just like you get a group of people, and there's always people who will judge, saying, well, yes, the way I do it is right, the way you do it is wrong. And over my years, I have met some of these people. Every time I took part in diabetic training, other sorts of groups of diabetics, there's always one or two that are, oh yes, my blood sugars are just perfect. Yes, it's so tiring, but I always do everything perfectly. Chances are they're probably not. Every diabetic has had problems. When I went to get my dog, I was still on my diet, and I've mentioned this diet because it was a system that they came up with to hopefully control my blood sugars. I would start the morning with one egg. That's all I started breakfast with. I couldn't have toast, I couldn't have anything else. By the end of the night, my snack was a big meal. There were people there who were judging me for the way I ate. Well, that's not the way my doctor, and my wife works at a doctor's office. And it was, really? I don't think that's really relevant. You don't know my current medical position, so why should you have the right to judge me? Now, there's a difference between judging a person and helping a person. Helping is offer suggestions free. If the person asks for it. Don't offer your opinions for the sake of, I know everything. I'm going to be so much better than you. I may offer helping hints off this channel, but I don't know everything. There is so much more of diabetes that I have to learn. So, thinking that you haven't lived with the disease, you have to open it up and be aware of yourself. Your diabetes is important and should be important to you. But don't judge yourself against anyone else. You're the one who's had the doctor and sit down with you and come up with a plan. You're living that plan, and that's all that matters. You shouldn't be so worried that the other people are talking about it. They don't have your experiences. Just the same as you don't have experience with them. They have different experiences with their diabetes. So don't be the ones who choose to decide that, oh, yes, if they only did this, their diabetes life would just be, I'm looking at my polished nails, be just as good as mine. Bullcrap. Not every diabetic is the same. The only person who should be judging your diabetes is you and your doctor. That's it. The relationship between judging whether you've done what you should be doing or not. Just because some other person randomly says, no, you have to do it this way. I've been told this is the way it has to be done. I've told about, there was a summer where we'd all meet in front of the condo complex, and we'd sit there and we'd just sit out in the summer sun and discuss things. Well, there were type 2s trying to tell me how to control type 1. And, they went as far as say, well, no, you have to do what we're doing. Oh, no, you're not a type 1, you're a type 2. Because I showed some of the same characteristics as them. But I didn't go off and say, okay, yes, you're right. I stuck to my plan. with my doctor. Doesn't mean your plan will not need modifications, but we're all at different stages of our diabetes, and you shouldn't be judging anyone else. You could offer help, and if accepted, great. But your way of living with diabetes doesn't necessarily mean the same as for me. Keeping your diabetes in line is the important thing. If your program is working for you, awesome. If you want the help of these other people, great. But don't feel pressure that you have to do this because they say so. It's almost a form of bullying. Bullying is wrong. We know this in schools. Any group get together, there's always going to be people who want to feel more superior to everyone else. Don't be that person. Offer help to the person who might be struggling. But don't be, well, yes, I'm just so great at it. I know I'm not great at diabetes. I try. And that's the important thing. I have successful days. I also have crappy days. And when I have a crappy day, I take a look at my blood sugars and I say, what could I have done to help out here? I don't take what anyone else says. My relationship with my endocrinologist, we've come up with a plan that works. So don't be pressured by these other people. Oh, you have to have all these plans. You can't have fruit juice. You can't do this. You can't do that. When I was first diagnosed, I came up with that diabetes was I can't disease. I can't do this. I can't do that. You have to eat at a certain time every day. What happens if you don't feel like eating? Doesn't matter. You have to eat. This little machine has freed us of an awful lot of that stuff. But there are things we can be doing better. But it's not up to you to criticize all the other diabetics because they're not going with your program. If they say, gee, could you help? You can offer suggestions, but don't pressure them into doing it. My best phrasing to use is, take this back, whatever plan you've worked for you, take it back and go discuss it with your doctor and see if it's something that could work in your regime. That's a positive. That's not you judging. Someone has asked for your help and you give it. Don't be, well, I'm the better diabetic. We're all here, and we should all be here to offer support. That's our number one goal. So, don't judge other people. They're different than you are. Don't bully. Diabetes, everyone's different. With that, have a great day, and we'll talk again soon. Bye. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.